Welcome to the Wild Side, an exhibition of nature photographs by Bob Morehouse and Wyman Menzer. I'm Robin Crawford, curator at the National Ranching Heritage Center on the campus of Texas Tech University. I'd like to share some interesting facts about the photographers and the birds and animals shown in our exhibit on display from November 19, 2006 through May 6, 2007. Which funny-looking animal that's an official symbol of Texas has a scientific name meaning turtle rabbit? Can foxes climb up trees and very tall plants? And are the elk in Texas a native species or introduced by man? I'll give you the answers in just a few minutes. Wyman Menzer's name may be familiar to you because his gorgeous photographs have been featured in numerous books such as 4/6, Portrait of a Texas Ranch, Canyons of the High Plains, The Roadrunner, and Texas Lost, Vanishing Heritage, which received the 1997 National Literary Award. Wyman is a skilled artist whose work has graced the covers of more than 50 magazines. He earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Wildlife Management from Texas Tech in 1974, later receiving awards as Outstanding Alumnus and Distinguished Alumnus by the university's Department of Range and Wildlife Management and the College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources. In 1997, Menzer was named the official Texas state photographer by George W. Bush when Bush was the governor. Wyman Menzer is also a writer on the subjects he knows so well, particularly the wildlife and varied landscapes of the Southwest. His professional work has taken him to some spectacular places out of Texas, including Mexico, Canada, Alaska, and Montana. Bob Morehouse is best known in Western ranching circles as the 6th general manager of the historic Pitchfork Land and Cattle Company in Guthrie, Texas. It is there that he captured on film the daily tasks and lives of real cowboys. Bob took his camera along as he oversaw ranching operations and included many of the images in the book Pitchfork Country, The Photography of Bob Morehouse. He was a 1972 graduate of Texas Tech in the College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources, and horses are his true passion. Bob has won 2 National Ranch Working Horse Championships and 1 Reserve Championship in Abilene on his horse, Tex. In 2002, he was inducted into the Texas Cowboy Hall of Fame in Fort Worth. Stories about Bob Morehouse himself, his ranching acumen, horsemanship, and talent as a photographer have appeared in many publications, among them The Cattleman, Western Horseman, American Cowboy, and the American Quarter Horse Journal. Arranged in one corner of the museum's main gallery were the mounted specimens of a real fox, squirrel, hawk, owl, and goose in a natural-looking environment. Color enlargements of Bob's and Wyman's photographs were hung around the gallery walls, each labeled with the animal's scientific name, its habitat, and food. Unique facts about the species were included, along with objective comments about how well the birds or mammals have gotten along with the humans who share their territory. Wild turkey, quail, geese, and 2 kinds of deer, muleys, and white-tailed, are all good eating and have sustained hungry pioneers across the country for centuries. Native Texas elk did once live in the Guadalupe Mountains, but they have been extinct for a century. Like the handsome bull elk in one of Bob Morehouse's images, today's herds were brought in from North Dakota in the 1920s. Another of Bob's photographs gets you up very close and personal with a hard-shelled Texas armadillo, the aptly named turtle rabbit. Armadillos migrated up from Mexico on their own, arriving in Texas in the middle of the 19th century. A dramatic image by Wyman Menzer shows the hypnotic gaze of a burrowing owl, behind a snow-covered rise. Seen on the exhibition's huge title panel and the cover of the gallery guide, the normally tiny bird is quite an impressive creature. Some familiar animals have been treated as nuisances, especially wily coyotes and plentiful prairie dogs. Others with attractive fur have been trapped for their pelts, including the bobcat and gray fox, which, by the way, can climb up a huge agave. Be sure to look for the fox in Wyman Menzer's remarkable photograph. It and all of the photographs from the wild side can be seen by going to the exhibits link on our website. Now that you have been introduced to some of the stars of this show, I hope you will enjoy learning about the rest of the birds and beasts that frequent the ranches, canyons, highways, and backyards of Texas.